with Long Distance Gamers, and today I'm going to unbox Unmatched Teen Spirit. Latest releases, we have Squirrel Girl, Cloak and Dagger, and Miss Marvel. Okay. So, those familiar with Unmatched, you get a few heroes that you'll battle 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2 or 1 versus 2 or multiple ways. My favorite way is obviously 1v1. Okay. A little bit about what we have. Woohoo! Okay, so it's a few of the other ones that there are. Oh, so you could go through and say which ones you've gotten, which I do have all of these. Okay. And so this is the usual ones. Unique artwork on these areas. It shows your setup, your turns, whether you can maneuver, scheme, or attack, and it goes through what all of those are. And then here at the very end, you'll have special rules for this set. So Cloak and Dagger is a dual hero, and Squirrel Girl has squirrels. And Miss Marvel is stretchy. And then we have, because it's a Marvel, we have these battlefields, which will give you special perks if you want to use them. And then the other ways playing and icon reference. Okay, so we have the health dials. So we have Cloak and Dagger, Ms. Marvel, and Squirrel Girl. So those will all be there. And then these are the things. So move 2 spaces, gain 1 action. Okay, that's cool. Recover 3 health. Look up the top 3 cards, put them back in any order, and then you have your attack defense of 1s and 2. Oh, and they do punch out very nice. Okay, so we have the player board, which has this side, which has really easy to see for all the different types. There's no question, different textures even for all of them. And then they've gone to this so you can see more of the artwork, but it does cause issues with being able to tell the difference at a glance on which zone you're in. So whichever your preference is that. I like this one because I like the clarity of play that provides. Okay, so squirrels go with Squirrel Girl. So we have Miss Marvel. She is stretchy. At the start of your turn, you can move her 1 space, and she can attack up to 2 spaces away, ignoring zones. Okay, let's take a look at her miniature really quick. It's very stretchy looking. And cool base. Very, very cool. Okay, let's see if these are easy open like they look. Well, not as easy as they look. There's got to be one of these. Oh, it's over here, actually. The easy open side is on. Okay. There we go. Okay. So here's her cards. We have, wow, 4 of these big hitters. If she shares no zones with the opposing fighter, you can boost this card. So you could do a 4, adding a 2. Looks like she has, oh hey, there's a 3, so you could do a 7 attack with that. So that's pretty cool. So you have the value, you have your boost value, you have your action, and then you have the beautiful artwork. It is awesome with all of this. So different attacks, defenses, and of course some good feints. Oh, Fangirl, the number of this card is equal to the number of cards in your hand. Okay, that's pretty cool. Hopefully your opponent doesn't feint that one. Draw 2 cards, then you can spend an additional action to draw until you have 7 cards in your hand. Okay. So you could get a lot of cards that way. I'm not touching you. Draw 2 cards if you're not in the same zone. So you definitely want to be in different zones with her. If you start in a turn a different space, this is a 5, so you want to move before you use that one. And then after combat, choose one of these. If you shares no zones, you get to do both. So your opponent discards a card, or you can move the opposing fighter up to 3 spaces, which is pretty cool. Placing her in any space in her zone. Okay. Well, there you have it for Ms. Marvel. And then we have all these little squirrels for Squirrel Girl. Let's see if I can get this baggie open. This is a very tight bag. Okay. Aww. So just a little squirrel, and it says Copyright Marvel on it. That is very cute. Ooh, they have a unique texture to them too. It's not shiny, not exactly, not smooth, not super rough, just a little bit of texture. Okay, let's check out her mini. Wow. Look at that tail. That is huge. That is really cool. Okay. So then we have hers, which, okay. It's the opposite side. So, wow, real easy open for that one. And, of course, these squirrels would go here, I'm assuming. Okay. So, Squirrel Girl, go nuts! At the start of your turn, summon a squirrel in a space adjacent to her. They're small fighters, and you do not start with any squirrels on the board. Okay. Bite of Steel. If there are 4 or more squirrels in opposing fighter's zone, the value is 5 instead. Guess that's good later on, hopefully. Cull of the Wild. 4 instead. So you definitely want to be getting your squirrels out. I can see that. If you won the combat, draw 2 cards. Dash. Move Squirrel Girl up to 3 spaces. After combat, of course. Eat Nuts. She recovers 2 health. And summon a squirrel in a space adjacent to her. Got a couple of those. Faint. Canceling effects of the others. Fuzzball Special. Move each squirrel up to 3 places after combat. Summon 2 squirrels in any space after combat. Okay, so you're definitely going to be able to summon these. Choose a space with 4 more squirrels adjacent to it. Deal 2 damage to a fighter in that space. Okay, so you want to move your squirrels around and then you can deal massive damage. Well, 2 damage, but still 2 straight up. That's pretty cool. Increase the value of this card for 1 for each squirrel adjacent to the opposing fighter. So you start with a small one, but that could go up. Which, because these are small, I believe that they can occupy the space with another fighter, if I remember right. And I think 4 can be in there, which we can look that up real fast. Network of Spies. Oh wow, there's only 1 of these. Look at opponent's hand and choose 1 card for them to discard. If one of their fighters is adjacent to 4 or more squirrels, choose 2 cards instead. Okay. Move Squirrel Girl up to 3. She may move through sidekicks. Do not count movement for spaces containing sidekicks. Wow. Okay. Summon a squirrel in Squirrel Girl's space, then place Squirrel Girl in a space in her zone. That's pretty cool. And this is a different one. Attack and defense of 4. Immediately, if there are 4 more squirrels adjacent to the opposing fighter, cancel all effects on your opponent's card and ignore its value. Wow, that is pretty cool. Okay, let's double check that squirrel rule real fast. It's right here. So you may move through them, okay, and the squirrels may move through them. So it looks like you cannot share a small fighter may share a space with another fighter adjacent to spaces they are in and to fighters they share spaces with. So a small fighter may attack an opposing fighter in their space and vice versa. Okay, and then up to 4 small fighters may share the same space in addition to another fighter. So other fighters can move through them, and they can have 4 and a fighter. Wow, that's pretty. Lots of things in one. Okay, so now we have Cloak and Dagger. These are the things for the making the dials, the health dials. Putting those together. Okay, so I think this is Cloak. Big cloak-like thing. If I can. Okay. And then we have the Dagger mini. That's Pretty cool. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. There we go. Okay. It should be on this side. There we go. Okay, Cloak and Dagger. Umbra. After you attack, if Cloak dealt at least 2 damage, your opponent discards 1 card in Refraction. After you attack, if Dagger dealt at least 2 combat damage, gain 1 action. So Cloak makes them discard cards, Dagger makes you gain an action. Okay. And it does have some that are just Cloak, some that are just Dagger that can... Wow, a 7! Okay, well, let's go through. So, if Cloak played this card, place the opposing fighter adjacent to Dagger and gain an action. Okay. So, usually it's Cloak is the one that discards, so this could make them discard a card and gain an action. That's pretty cool. So you could fight them with Cloak and then hit them again with Refraction and get another action even after. Wow, that's pretty cool. Deal up to 4 damage to one of your fighters. Your other fighter recovers that amount of health, and then you get to draw 2 cards. Okay, so a way to balance health if one of them's really hurting. Draw 1 card. Wow, attack of 5, and you got 3 of those. Wow, Cloak. Attack of 4, place the opposing fighter in any space, and they discard a card. So they would discard a card with that, and then if they deal at least 2 combat damage, they would discard another card. Wow, that is amazing. You know your standard feints, canceling the effects. After combat, choose 1 fighter in a space and move them up to 3 spaces. Okay. Into the Void. During combat, you may boost this attack. Okay, do we have huge boosts? We have 2s and 1s. Oh, there's a 3. Okay. So that could become a 5 if you want to sacrifice 1. Okay. And then here's your 7. This card's effect cannot be canceled. If you won the combat, your fighter takes damage equal to the amount of damage you dealt. Oof. And that cannot be canceled. Oh, that would have been awesome for a Feints card to cancel that effect. But nope, they thought of that. Ooh, so if you do 7 damage to them, you could get 7 damage to yourself. Hopefully you have more health than that. If Dagger played this card, she swaps spaces with Cloak. Cloak is now the defender, and the value of this card is 4 instead. Okay. Perfect balance. If Cloak and Dagger are both adjacent to the opposing fighter, it's 6 instead. Okay. If Cloak played this card, Dagger recovers 2 health. If Dagger played this card, Cloak recovers 2 health. So that's a nice health recovery. And move each of your fighters up to 2 spaces after combat. Okay. Well, that is what you get in Unmatched Teen Spirit. So my fiance and I love Unmatched. We played it right before the Houdini and Genie came out. We played all the characters in this big Unmatched championship. Little Red actually came out #1 overall. So I'm kind of curious to see how these will relate to all the rest of them, and we are looking forward to play this hopefully later on today. But thank you very much for watching, and until next time, just remember to have fun, be present, and be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you find value in our content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Let a friend or family member know that we exist. Help us spread our channel and bring remote gaming to a table near you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.